Welcome back, everyone. It is your friendly neighborhood monkey Sentinel, and it has been a minute since I put out a video. It has been a while. I'm really sorry. I've had a lot of stuff going on, both professionally and personally. But before I get into that, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to Monkey Sentinel, to the channel. It's been 2 years as of today that I started this channel, largely because of a kid who stumbled upon a really explicit torture video on Facebook, and the parent who knew that I was interested in both primates and social media was like, "What? I don't know what to do about this," and that really kind of gave me the kick I needed to try to use social media as an education platform about this. Um, so, anyways, I'm so grateful for everyone who has been here and the community that we formed. And yeah, so thanks. Now, what is the purpose of today's video? Really, what I want to do is give you kind of a roundup. I've got some big things, hopefully, in the works for this channel. So this video is going to be in two parts. One, it's going to be kind of a news report. I want to fill you in on some big questions that people have been asking me on events that have taken place recently.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, hi ho there. And hi ho there.
And then the second part is going to be what to expect in the future for Monkey Sentinel. Just kind of fill you in on all of the bits and pieces. So the first item I have on my agenda is a question that I get quite a bit, which is what is going on with the monkey groper community? And by that term, I'm talking about like the hardcore monkey torturers and people who love to watch those kinds of videos. And the answer is not much is going on, and a lot is going on. I can't say much because there are still several active investigations taking place. But for the most part, there is no new content that has largely been shut down. And in terms of like a lot, what I mean by that is there's a lot of activity of them kind of cannibalizing each other and fighting amongst each other. And there's a lot of paranoia and lack of trust. And it's kind of glorious to see, actually. So, in terms of new content, nothing or very little. Will that change? Sure, of course. There's always going to be someone else who's going to step in and fill that role. And there will always be people who want to watch it and buy it and sell it. So I'm not saying that this is some kind of victory. It is a good step forward for now. It's kind of nice to see the rats fleeing a sinking ship. Next up is what is going on with the pet primate trade. It's not good news. It is fueled heavily by social media. And if you have been paying attention to the Monkey Sentinel Cafe, which is what we call the community section of this channel, then you know that in recent months and recent weeks, there have been a couple of high profile confiscations of monkeys. And one of which was in Southeast Asia. Actually, there have been several confiscations coming from Southeast Asia, and one of which happened really recently here in the United States. So the people who run those channels are very, very savvy about internet. They're very savvy about how to use social media to their advantage, and they manage to get these campaigns going from their followers to demand the return of the monkeys. In the Southeast Asia instance, for example, the followers were sending hate mail to wildlife traffickers. And their jobs are already some of the most dangerous jobs in the world. Another topic that has been in the limelight a lot recently has been the use of non human primates as research subjects in toxicology and medical research labs. And, this is a really controversial subject. People have deeply felt emotions about this. I am very conflicted about it personally, but it's been in the news not really for this particular kind of moral hand wringing, but because of things like Alpha Genesis, for example, had 43 monkeys escape in South Carolina just recently, and it became a whole social media phenomena. It was such a deal that the locals held like a 5K race, and you could dress up either as a monkey or as a lab tech, and all of the proceeds went to sanctuaries for monkeys. So it was just like a whole deal, and it also, because of the scrutiny, emboldened some of the whistleblowers who came forth to PETA, who dropped like 200 pages of documented instances of abuse and neglect and incompetence on the part of Alpha Genesis. And then we've had things like pig kidney transplants into monkeys. We've had a huge legal battle for a long time about the use of wild caught monkeys that are then sold to breeding facilities. This is like in Cambodia, for example. They'll be sold into breeding facilities, and then the paperwork will be doctored so that they look like they're captive monkeys and not wild caught. And in most countries, it's illegal to experiment or even import wild monkeys. And then we've got bizarre, strange things like, Elon Musk.
That bird is extraterrestrial. Comes from outer space. From some godforsaken antimatter galaxy, millions and millions of light years from the Earth. No other explanation is possible.
Ranting about cutting funding to research on transgender monkeys, which I mean isn't a thing. It's not a thing. I know I have read the study that he is talking about, and it's not about transgender monkeys. It's actually about the impact of HIV. But the reason why it's funny to me that Elon Musk is ranting about this is, you know, one, he's got a trans kid that he's been incredibly horrible to, who has essentially disowned him, and two, he himself is responsible for Neuralink, and the monkeys that were under the care of the Neuralink experiments suffered immensely. Wired magazine did a whole expose on this about a year or so ago, and it's it's grim reading. All right, so part two: what is to come for Monkey Sentinel? As you all know, I make no profit whatsoever on any of the videos or the work that I do, and I intend to keep it that way. That is a personal choice. Also, as many of you know, I don't often focus on individual channels. I don't give my attention to something like Monkey Bing Bing because that is exactly what they want. They want people to focus on them. And even if it's negative attention, it's still attention. And people will watch it and go, "What?" And go over there to Monkey Bing Bing's channel, and giving them attention only serves as like free advertisement for them. And it's not something that I'm interested in doing. As you know, I've always taken a broader look at things. I tend to zoom back, to borrow that phrase, and look at things from a cultural perspective and make connections on that level. I am going to continue to do that. So, topics that I'm going to cover are hopefully climate change, because climate change is one of the primary drivers of non human primate species being listed as vulnerable or endangered or critical endangered right now. We've got several species that are on the verge of extinction events because of climate change. So we have to talk about that. Yes, it's real. No, I'm not going to put up with people saying it's a hoax. That is flatly misinformation, and it's dangerous misinformation. Another topic that I am hoping is going to be a collaboration is on the hunting videos that many of you have seen, and many of you have sent me links to those. Thank you very much for those. These are the videos where basically snipers go out and shoot monkeys. Usually, what they're looking for is mothers with babies. They'll shoot the mother and then torment the baby for a while, and either kill the baby or poach it. And they're grim. They are very grim videos, and YouTube allows them for a lot of reasons that I'll get into in the video. But they are very distressing, and I think one of the reasons why they are becoming so popular is because they carry a lot of the psychological torture that the monkey gropers really get off on. And so I think that this is my theory, of course, I'm speculating, but I think one of the reasons why they're growing in popularity is because the monkey gropers are looking for content there. I also want to talk about a current trend that is very troubling to me, which is AI generated videos. So there is a series that has made several different videos, and one of them talks about marauding monkeys harassing Texas farmers. And I get comments like, "I didn't realize that this was a problem in Texas." And it's not a problem in Texas. I lived there for 30 years. There's a lot of things going on in Texas that are problematic, but marauding monkeys is just not one of those things. So the footage in this video is just AI selected garbage from other videos. And what I want to do is help people learn to recognize when they're watching an AI generated video, give you some tips about what YouTube's policies are on AI generated content. It's not very good. And talk about ways to strategize what to do when you see a video like this. I have also been working on a project for a while that I really enjoy. It's about the history of monkeys as entertainment for humans. I may have to do it in a couple of parts, we'll see. But it's utterly fascinating. Some of the content is, it's grim, but what is truly fascinating to me is to look at something, read about something that has been going on for hundreds of years, and then see such stark similarities to many of the things that we are seeing online. And the last video that I want to work on that has been in the works for a while is something that I've been thinking about doing ever since I started this channel. And I have been hesitant to do it because I know the kinds of responses that I'm going to get. And I don't have a lot of patience for it. I'm going to do it anyways. I want to talk about how the use of language and images of monkeys or about monkeys can be used, is used, has been used historically as racial slurs. This is really important culturally because it's still a current thing. If that sounds woke to you, uh, welcome to Monkey Sentinel. I don't know what to tell you. And if you don't like it, just remember that I am not monetized and you are welcome to show yourself the door at any time. As my granddaddy used to say, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. You know, um, Somebody left a comment on the Monkey Sentinel Cafe, and I got a couple people who emailed me the same thing, which is, you seem really, really tired, or you seem really sad, and just checking in with me. And one, I really appreciate that. Thank you. And two, yes, I am. I am very tired and I'm very sad. But I do want to say one thing. There is a strong group of people here who have been incredibly supportive. And I want you all to know that each of you has been a light in the darkness for me. I am deeply, deeply grateful for you. Your humanity shines through, and I just can't thank you enough. So that's it. That's my roundup. More to come. Can't say when because I don't know, but you now know what's on the docket at least. And hopefully, I'll be seeing you soon.